Hi everyone, my name is Muertero Yamil, also known as Yamil Henriquez. I want to thank everybody for joining my live. I want to thank everybody for taking time to spend time with me and discussing different topics about spirituality and pretty much Latin folk magic and Espiritismo. So before I begin, the topic today is going to be called Anima Sola and Intranquil Spirit or El Espíritu Intranquilo. Are they both the same? And before I begin, I want to give myself a little introduction of who I am and pretty much who am I and so that you could get to know me. Okay, so my name is Yamil Henriquez. I am also known as Muertero Yamil, and I'm also known in my YouTube channel. If you guys want to check it out, it's called Purgatory Magic. And I'm also a reader in City Alchemist here in Houston. No, not in Houston, sorry, Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas. So yeah, so a little bit about myself. I am a Muertero. I am also an Animero. I am a Tatanganga. I'm an Espiritista. And I am also a tarot reader and a diviner. And I've been doing this for quite some time. I've been raised in these traditions. I come from a community that is, these traditions are everywhere. And I was pretty much trained at a young age to work with certain spirits, especially the one that I work with the most, which is the Anima Sola, or las Animas Benditas Del Purgatorio, or the spirits of purgatory, and also work them through a Latin folk magic approach and also an Espiritismo approach. Okay, so before we begin, I wanted to share this little candle with everybody and everybody's spirits and animas that walk with them and give them some light and progress. So this candle is dedicated to not only my animas, but everybody's animas that are watching as well, so that we're all blessed and we begin this weekend with an amazing start and with lots of blessings of abundance, good health, stability, and peace and enlightenment and luz y progreso. Okay? So, before we begin, en el nombre del Padre, en el nombre del Hijo, en el nombre del Espíritu Santo, en el nombre de las ánimas benditas del purgatorio. Okay. Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea su nombre, venga a nosotros su reino, hágase Dios su voluntad, sea en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día, perdona nuestras ofensas, y como nosotros perdonamos los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en tentación y líbranos de todo mal. Amén. Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres, bendito es el fruto de tu vientre Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros los pecadores, ahora en la hora de nuestra muerte. Amén. Gloria al Padre, gloria al Hijo, gloria al Espíritu Santo, y gloria a las ánimas benditas del purgatorio que nos acompañan a todos nosotros que estamos aquí en este programa, en este en vivo, por esta red social, por los siglos de los siglos. Amén. Que la ánima bendita del purgatorio le traigan protección contra la hechicería, la brujería, el mal de ojo. May the Animas Benditas bring us protection against the evil eye, against witchcraft, against hexes, against poverty, against bad health, against all those seen and unseen enemies, known and unknown, known, visible and invisible enemies from this world and other worlds, and primordial forces that were sent towards us to destroy us. Amen. Okay, so let me put this little light to the side here. And now let us begin our discussion and let the animas receive that light. And may they guide us and walk us in the path of abundance and all the blessings that are there for us, and open all those doors that are closed. Open them wide open so that we may receive those blessings this week and for the months and years to come. All right, so let us discuss the topic in hand. the Anima Sola and the Espíritu Intranquilo, or the Intranquil Spirits. Are they the same? And before I begin, once again, I want to say that this is how I was taught. This is the way that I was shown. And this is the way that I was told by my teachers and my elders about those spirits. Okay? So before we begin, let's start with the answer, okay? Is the Anima Sola and the Intranquil Spirit the same? No, they're not. They're not the same. They're not the same. Okay? According to what I was taught. If other people believe that, then hey, by all means, I'm not here to correct anybody. I'm just giving everybody what I was taught and what I know and what is logical to what I was taught. And I'm going to explain why. In Latin folk magic, the Anima Sola, or any spirit that is in purgatory, is in purgatory. Understand me? These spirits are purging their carnal sins. Okay? And these spirits are spirits that are in the middle between our world, their world, which is purgatory, which is in the middle, and what is hell. Okay? The animas, or the Anima Sola, a lot of people get confused because you will see the images of the Anima Sola, which is the most popular one, with the woman with the chains around her wrist in the dungeon or in the prison. They usually will write Intranquil Spirit next to it. You will also see that in certain candles as well. But in reality, the Anima Sola is a spirit of purgatory, meaning that her energy, or how she comes across, or her purpose, is to help us, to aid us, and also to pray for us, and also receive prayers from us, so that they're elevated and they can go to a higher state, which is heaven, right? But the Espíritu Intranquilo, or the siete espíritus intranquilos, are not spirits of purgatory. They're spirits of hell. And you can see that in the classical prayers, that when a lot of the prayers, they'll start with Satanás, or they'll start with espíritus del infierno, or spirits of hell. Those spirits are not spirits that are like the animas, but they can get confused because a lot of people use them for the same thing. And the animas can have similar energies like the spirits of, like los espíritus intranquilos, or the intranquil spirits, right? They can have the same energy, but they're not the same spirits, because there's other spirits, there's even saints that we petition in Latin folk magic that can do the same. Understand me? That they can make your target go nuts, or get desperate, or be in a state of anxiety, and a state of depression as well. I've seen prayers like that for Saint Michael. I've seen prayers like that for San Marco de Leon. I've seen prayers like that for various saints. But when it comes to the Anima Sola and the Espíritu Intranquilo, or los Espíritus Intranquilos, those two are not the same. Anima Sola is in purgatory. Espíritus Intranquilos are in hell. Now, what are the Espíritus Intranquilos? In certain beliefs and in certain classical prayers, in Latin American folk magic, right? The siete espíritus intranquilos are considered 7 demons. And those 7 demons are invoked in rituals to send out and drive your target crazy. And then, of course, those spirits, depending on how the brujo goes about it, those spirits are sent, those spirits complete their mission, and they return. And those 7 spirits represent 7 main representations of the human subconsciousness. Okay, so they will attack and they will go onto the weaknesses of the target and drive the target crazy so that the person returns, or the person or whatever is asked of them, because those spirits are just not spirits to bring a lover back. Like a majority of the prayers that you'll find out there, they usually use them to bring a lover back, or to do sort of love work, or to do work like control work or domination work, right? But the espíritus intranquilos, or los 7 espíritus intranquilos, or the 7 intranquil spirits, are considered within a lot of brujos to be 7 demons. Okay, now there's also another way that brujos work the espíritu intranquilo, or los espíritus intranquilos, right? And that is through the cross. Okay, and the reason being is so that those spirits don't come after the brujo, or don't come after the person in a very harsh manner, and pretty much kind of turn on that person, right? So a lot of people will use a red candle, and they'll use a cross, say certain incantations, and then the espíritu intranquilo will go for the target, right? But that espíritu intranquilo is a spirit of hell, not a spirit like the Anima Sola or the spirits of purgatory. That spirit's mission, being in hell, is to torment the target. That's what they're here for. So in Espiritismo, the animas will be considered spirits that are in the middle. They're neither good or bad, but the majority of them are here to help us. But the spiritus intranquilos are spirits that all they do is cause they have like that they kind of like, they're petitioned, and they're given certain offerings, or given certain prayers, or given certain promises, so that they can cause havoc, or they can do whatever the brujo or the person that's petitioning them set out to do. Okay, so the spiritus intranquilos have different missions as well, right? Yes, you could work a spirit intranquilo that is in the cemetery, like a muerto. You can work them, but that muerto cannot be a muerto that is a muerto that in life was a very good person, or was a person that was like, very straight edge, or very like, was a person that was charitable. No, the espíritu intranquilo that you will use will be a spirit that was like basically did a lot of bad stuff to other people to hurt them, who was a murderer, who was a psychopath, who was all these things. That's what people will petition those spirits. Those espíritus intranquilos will be used for that. And of course would be certain things will be done so that that spirit doesn't come towards our families or towards our home, and things like that won't influence, or when they come back won't kind of cause issues in the home. So to petition an espíritu intranquilo, you have to be, it's not as simple as just reading the prayer and lighting a candle and that's it. No, that's not like that. It actually, you should be somebody who is experienced in working with these types of spirits, and knowing how to use them, petition them, be on top of them, and then dismiss them, and then cleanse the home so that they don't come back again. Okay, so that is my take, how I was taught from my elders, and how I was taught from other brujos as well on what is the difference between the Anima Sola or the spirits of purgatory or las Animas Benditas del Purgatorio, as opposed to that are different than the Intranquil spirits. Like I said again, some people view them as the same. I'm not here to correct anybody. I'm just giving everybody the logical approach, because a lot of these prayers and a lot of the use of how brujos use them, the brujos, like I know and myself, I approach these spirits in a different way. I use the espíritus intranquilos for certain things. I have certain guides to also protect me from them as well. And I also use los siete espíritus intranquilos because I have certain pacts with certain demons that are invoked in those prayers. But I don't view them as the same. The Anima Sola is the Anima Sola, the Espíritu Intranquilo is the Espíritu Intranquilo. They're both different. They're both in different realms. They're both in different places. Okay? And even in Espiritismo, if you know who the Espíritu Intranquilos are and who are the Animas and what roles they play in Espiritismo Cruzado or in Mesa Blanca or any form of Espiritismo in Latin America, then you know that they're completely different. Okay? So, that's my take on los espíritus intranquilos and the Animas Solas, that they're not the same. And now I want to pretty much take time to see if anybody has any questions. We could do like a little short Q&A, and if anybody has any questions, please feel free to let me know, and I'll be more than happy to ask any question that you might have in regards to this topic or in regards to anything that you want to know. Let me see. Okay. Anybody has any questions? Any questions in regards to anything, whether it's the Anima Sola, whether it's the Espíritu Intranquilo, whether it's Espiritismo? So Viewer 9849 says, what do you think about the cult of the Angelito Negro growing in Mexico? So I think is amazing. I think that, yeah, it should continue to grow. Because I think that there's a big misunderstanding on what is the devil, or what role does the devil play in Latin American folk magic, and what that is. A lot of people don't know that within Brujeria or in Latin folk magic as well, the devil plays a very important role. Not every brujo works with him like I do. I work with him, but not everybody works with him. And I feel like that shouldn't be something that should be dismissed just because the church or certain religious people say that, oh, it's not good to work with that spirit. No, everybody here plays a role. Okay, so 1 second. All right, so would you make a class on this subject? Yes, I would. I am going to. I will be doing collaborations with others as well. I will be doing classes. I'm just right now wanting to do these videos to kind of like put more info on the Animasola, because I feel like there's not a lot of information on the Animasola, and from people who actually work with the Animasola. Yes, there is videos and there's people who say her prayers and speak a little bit about her, but don't really get into the full in-depthness of the Animasola and what type of brujeria or what type of system she belongs to. So a lot of people don't like sharing those things, and I'm trying to like give more exposure to the Anima Sola for those who want to know more about her, and kind of like, approach her, they want to approach her, because I'm not going to stop anybody from approaching her. People are going to approach her whether I want to or not, but so that it's done in a safe manner. Okay, so let's see. All right, so sorry about that. All right, so Brujo Colibri, one of my teachers and my very good brother asked me, how would you know if an intranquil spirit has been sent to you? Very good. That's a really good question, because the purpose of brujeria, and when you send an espíritu intranquilo, is for you not to know what specific spirit was sent to you to for a certain task. You understand me? But a lot of the times, the espíritu intranquilo, you will get so this is a very good question, because when somebody sends a spirit like that, you don't know if it's the Anima Sola or if it is the espíritu intranquilo. So a lot of people will kind of like confuse them. Understand me? But a real good brujo will know how to cause that confusion. Understand me? But a lot of the times, from what I've seen and from what I've seen myself and what others have told me when I've read others and I've kind of broken those spirits away from people in limpiezas, especially when I do the plate divination, and to do divination to see what type of spirit is plaguing the person. A lot of the times these spirits come in dark. They're like hooded beings. They're dark because the espíritu intranquilo likes to conceal their image or conceal their identity so that you won't really see them. Understand me? Because the espíritu intranquilo is a spirit that works with that dark current. Understand me? So if you start kind of seeing those if you start feeling like uneasy, you start feeling desperate, you feel that anxiety, and it's not just regular anxiety, it's like anxiety on steroids. You understand me? And you start feeling like, oh my God, I gotta call this person. Oh my God. Like you feel like if you can't call that person or have communication, or like another way that the espíritu intranquilo is worked is to take something from somebody, or give or have somebody give you something. If you feel like that like at one point that you were like totally convinced that you didn't want to deal with a specific person, or you didn't want to do this deal with a specific person, or give this specific person something that they asked for, and all of a sudden you feel that anxiety, you feel like the need that you have to kind of like approach this person and give them what they want, or having to seek that person out in a desperate manner, you've been worked by the espíritu intranquilo. So a lot of the times, certain people will smell like certain smells, like certain putrefied smells. Sometimes they'll smell sulfur. Sometimes they'll see shadows. Sometimes you'll even see certain spirits attacking you in your dreams and things like that. So yeah, the espíritu intranquilo is a very strong spirit, or they're strong spirits. But yeah, very strong energies. In the Latin folk magic approach, that's how it is. So yeah. Do you think people, this is by Von Denise, okay, do you think if people work with certain demons, they should send them to torment an enemy? Or what do you recommend? Should it be attempted? What about if they have a pact? Okay, I work with demons. I work with certain demons, and I work with certain energies that would be considered malefic or dark. I believe I'm the one who believes in, I don't discriminate on sending spirits to certain people for me to achieve certain goals. I am a brujo. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have that consciousness or have that, that guilt when I do certain things. I don't think that demons are only for bad. I think that demons are very, very good teachers. I think that they teach us a certain aspect of how to go about this world, and also how to go about ourselves, so that we could be empowered as well, and we could attain certain goals for ourselves, and in this world, for us to live better lives. you know um I am a person that if somebody messes with me, I will defend myself. Like in Spanish, it said, "La defensa es permitida." Defense is permitted. And I also, if I feel that, if I could gain certain things for me and do certain things to make my life easy, and do certain sorcery or black magic, then I'm gonna do it. That's what I am. I'm a brujo. I'm not gonna deny that. That's not something that I'm gonna sugarcoat or dance around, and I'm not gonna be here to tell people, I'll do bad when bad is needed, and but I'm more of a good brujo, I do good things. No, I do good and bad, and if I feel like I have to do it, then I'll do it, and I'll deal with whatever comes afterwards. But as a brujo, I don't think about those things. That's the role that I play within my magical and spiritual community. That's who I am, and it is what it is, and I'm not apologetic about it, and that's what it is. So, what do you recommend? Should it not be attempted? I think that if you feel like you have a calling, and you have a teacher, and you have somebody who can teach you these systems and teach you this form of magic, whether it's, through Western occultism or through Latin American folk magic or whatever, then go for it. Why not? I think that everybody should have that experience of working with both hands. I could do curanderismo work. I could do work to heal people. I could do espiritismo. I could do light work as well. But I'm drawn to darker paths. As a brujo, as somebody who works with certain energies, and I'm also a necromancer or a muertero. So I work with those things. So yeah, I always encourage it. Like, if as long as you have a good teacher, and as long as you have somebody to teach you, and as long as you have a mentor, and you're willing to be a good student and listen, then hey, why not? If it's calling you, it's calling you. As long as, like I said, you have an elder. These systems are like that, and these systems they're unique to each teacher, because it's not like other systems where you have a lineage and it has to be done like this. No, when you're going under a brujo, you're learning what that brujo's technique is, and that brujo's technique is for you to find your own technique. You understand me? So that you could develop yourself into being also a brujo, a black magician, or a sorcerer, whatever you want to call yourself. It's to bring out your qualities and what you and your own magic and your own approach. You understand? It's not the same as other systems, whether they're the ATRs or whatever other systems there is. No, this system is a system where you learn. Your teacher teaches you certain things, certain approaches, but you're developing your own magic, your own power. So yeah. Or what do you recommend? Should it not be attempted? What about if they have a pack? Well, if they have a pack, they have a pack. Let the best man win. That's how it is with me. Does the Anima Sola and the Santa Muerte get along? Yeah. As long as you respect them, like me, I don't have them on the same altar. I have the Santa Muerte on her altar, and I have the Anima Sola on her altar. I don't mix them. I keep them separate. I don't work them together. I'm a devotee of the Santísima Muerte. I have a teacher who teaches me, Alexis Arredondo from City Alchemist. He's my teacher with the Santa Muerte. But I'm also, in my right, I work with the Anima Sola, but I don't mix them together. To me, they're separate entities, separate beings. I've not seen the Anima Sola ever approach me on some, I don't like that spirit. She's never told me that, and vice versa. So I don't know to say if they do get along, but I guess that respect is there. I always say it's the approach of the person. It's always the approach of the person. As long as you're learning from an elder and you have somebody who's teaching you what their experiences is and give you logical explanations, then yeah. You know, it is what it is. So, one starting a novena missed one day. Oh yes, sorry. This is by that last question was by Hair Man TX, and this one is by Tatihana 075. One starting a novena missed one day. We are to start all over. Yes, yes. Whether it's doing it with a particular saint, and whether you're doing it with a particular spirit, or whether you're doing it con un demonio, un diablo, because yes, novenas are done to them. A lot of people are going to be like, no, that's not true. Yes, they're done. There is novenas infernales for the spirits of hell and for the diablos and the demonios. Yes, there is. So, what are some of the different animasolas? I could give you a couple of names. Animasola, my main. Animasola de María Celestina, el Animasola de Juan el Minero, el Animasola de Antonia Gervasio, el Animasola de Judío Errante, el Animasola, el Anima de Retiro. There's different ones. How can you... that was from Clench Knives. Sorry, I keep forgetting to say your names first. So this next one is by the Samarrón. My beautiful and amazing sister, who is an amazing photographer and artist. How can you protect your home from an intranquil spirit? There's many ways of protecting your home from an intranquil spirit. You could use plants, you can use incense, you can use certain talismans. You know, it's just if you don't have the experience, the best approach to take is to get a reading, or go to a brujo, or go to somebody who's like a curandero, or anybody who might know about these ways of protecting yourself, and seeing what they have to say. You know, because there's different approaches. With people, you have to have a different approach, because you have to take their spirituality into consideration. You know, what I might build for one person, or what I might do for one person, may not be the same for you, because it's different astrales, it's different spiritualities involved. So yeah. How would you go about it? I didn't understand that, but okay. Well, I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna say that's the end of that. I'm gonna stop the questions here. I want to thank everybody for participating and joining me today in this live. I really appreciate you taking time. You know, I know some of you come from work and are very tired. I also wanted to say, for those who catch this live later on, thank you for participating as well. If you want to catch this live here on my Instagram, you could also go to my YouTube channel, Purgatory Magic. A lot of the stuff that I do here, I upload it over there, and I'm, wanting that channel to grow. So if you guys can subscribe, like, and ring the bell for this channel, and for Purgatory Magic, I will really appreciate that as well. Also, I want to make an announcement as well. I'm working on my website, purgatorymagic.com, and I'm also, if you guys are in, or if anybody's in the Austin area in Texas, you want to check out City Alchemist, you want to meet me in person, I'm there. I do readings in City Alchemist. You can meet me, you can meet the guys, Eric Labrado and Alexis Arredondo. Amazing teachers, amazing brujos, amazing elders. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy their company. I learned so much. We learn from each other, and it's a great experience. I would recommend anybody who's in Austin to please check out City Alchemist. It's not because, I'm so proud to be a part of that family, but it's like, to me, it's like a dream come true being there, because it's like a brujo's paradise. Like if you're into all the stuff that we talk about, whether it's a Santísima Muerte, whether it's the Anima Sola, whether it's Los Diablos, whatever you want into the occult in a Latin folk magic approach as well, whether it's left hand path, Western occultism, or Brujeria Latina or Latin folk magic, that's the place to go, And also, this Thursday, Alexis Arredondo from City Alchemist will be doing a collaboration with Janelle Longoria from Casa Calacas, or Janelle Longoria from her channel, where she talks about spirituality and the Santísima Muerte as well. They're going to discuss certain topics about the Santísima Muerte. So you guys want to check that out, because that's going to be packed with knowledge. Like, these are two individuals that I have a lot of respect for when it comes to spirituality, especially when it comes to the Santísima Muerte. They are the source of that info. So it's going to be this Thursday. I believe that Janelle put up I think she did a post, and I know that there's going to be a flyer put up, or a flyer put up for that as well. So please be on the lookout for that. It's going to be an Instagram. It's going to be an Instagram live. So check that out this Thursday. You don't want to miss that, okay? And also, if you want to book a reading, if you want to book readings with me, you have any questions in regards to anything that is going on with your life, whether it's finances, love, spirituality, or health, I'll be more than happy to do that. You can contact me here on my Instagram, which is Muertero _Yamil, or you can contact me on Facebook, Yamil Henriquez, or you could pretty much hit me up. You could go to my my website, purgatorymagic.com, and you could book a reading there. I'm updating that website, so please bear with me. But I just wanted to put it up just to have it up already. So there's some cool stuff there as well. I have some articles there posted on the Anima Sola. I think it's 2 blogs that I have there. I'm going to be posting more blogs as well. And I'm going to be posting more videos. I want to do these videos every Monday. And sorry about that. I want to post these videos every Monday. And basically just start educating more people in regards to the Anima Sola, and push and pushing more info out there about her, okay? So I want to thank everybody. Thank you for participating. I love every single one of you. And this light right here, I'm going to put it to my altar for everybody who participated, everybody who's here, and those who watch this video as well, so that your animas and your spirits also protect you and bring light and guidance, and give you development as well, and bring you abundance, bring you stability, bring you all the beautiful things that we all deserve in this life. All right, so I want to thank everybody. Thank you everyone for participating. I love every single one of you, and muchas bendiciones, many blessings for everybody. Love you. Have a good night.